In December, we did a 12 Days of Christmas giveaway where the winner out of Prager Force got to be on this show, on Will and Amala Live, for a live interview. Here is that interview with our Prager Force member. Guys, special guest on the show today. Back in December, you might remember we did a 12 Days of Christmas giveaway where the winner was going to appear on Will and Amala Live. Now, that winner is a Prager Force member by the name of Brittany Valadez. Brittany, welcome on the show.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
No, we're super excited to have you. So for the audience who's seeing you for the first time right now, who are you, Brittany? Where are you from? And how did you get connected to Prager Force?
Well, I'm from Texas and I'm back home in Texas. I am actually an entertainment journalist and a Christian apologist. I used to live in LA and I went to Biola, got a degree in apologetics while working as an entertainment journalist. It's like you're working in sin, but going to school to get holy. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But after being in LA, I eventually moved back to Texas, and I hear you guys that it's a lot better in Texas than it is in California. So how I got involved in Prager Force. So I think it was my parents that actually introduced me to PragerU. And then, well, I liked your videos. They were really funny. And I would binge watch all of them because I would see you interviewing people on the streets. Wow. And I was like, those people are literally outside my apartment. Like I used to live in Hollywood. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that person, wow. And then it also made me think maybe I should probably learn more about American history and my beliefs even more. And not only politics, but also my faith. So that is what actually led me into PragerU. And then with PragerU, I heard about Prager Force and I said, okay, this I have to be a part of. And, you know, fast forward to today and here we are.
People in my videos, they're everywhere, Brittany. As even in Texas, they are everywhere. And so that's cool, though, that you said that you watch those types of videos and you said, I don't want to end up like one of them, getting interviewed and not knowing my stuff. I am going to be someone to go and do the research so that if someone ever asks me these questions, I can retort back or have the right information. So that's really cool. And so you're saying that you use PragerU for a lot of that information.
Yes. And actually, what I saw in you and what you guys do there is coming from a journalism perspective. I said, wait, there's a lot of times we're interviewing people and I would look at them and I would actually feel sorry for them because, you know, I know what it's like to ask people questions and they're put on the spot and not to be ready with the answers. And funny enough, in apologetics, what I graduated with in the master's degree recently is I always need to be ready with the answers. Now, I'm not God. I'm not going to have every answer. But a lot of times for me being a Christian, people would ask, oh, why do you believe that Christianity is right? There's so many other religions out there. How do you know all these questions? And like those college kids or random people in the streets you'd interviewed, I'd be like, well, I feel it's right. Like I know it in my heart, but I can't tell you. And if we've learned anything, relying on our feelings gets us nowhere. Feelings, facts over feelings, like Ben Shapiro says, it also applies to Christianity and religion and faith. If it's true, then it should be able to be backed up.
So you are obviously a very active member in Prager Force, hence why you're on the show right now. What is the most important pressing issue for you right now that keeps you motivated, that keeps you so active in Prager Force?
Well, I think, okay, so there's plenty of issues out there that are like social issues or faith issues or anything, big tech, all those issues. That are super important. But what keeps me wanting to pursue more, and even with my website, I do have a website, bravethedaily.com, and I think I did some articles on you guys, and I know I did on my website, because I look at it as we are in this world where information is thrown at us. We have so much information overload, but it doesn't mean all the information is true. So if we're getting all this information and the other side is throwing so much stuff, and it's not just on the internet, it's in schools, it's in teachers, it's at work, it's everything. Where's the conservative voice? Where is the Christian voice where it's being overshadowed? So I'm like I know there would be times at night where I would wake up and I'd feel like the Lord telling me, Brittany, every day people are dying and I'm sorry, there's a hell and people are going there. What are you doing? If you say you're a Christian and you're not spreading the gospel, you're not spreading the truth, whether that's also, it's obviously in faith, and then it goes to politics as well. What are you doing? And if you have a platform and you're just sitting there, what are you doing?
Yeah, if you have the ability to speak, then you should go out and speak it 100%. If you have the ability to be that person spreading the truth and sharing facts with people, you essentially have a responsibility to do it. You cannot waste that potential. And so the fact that you're doing that is really incredible. How does your faith play into your politics and the things that you believe in?
Well, I look at the Bible and I'm like, hey, this is true. And I obviously know that it's true. I mean, there was a time, like I said, where I felt it, but I didn't know it. So,
have you always been a Christian?
Yes, since I was born and raised. Born and raised a Christian. And then there was a time where I had doubts. Like I knew I wasn't going to leave the faith. I wasn't, that far. And I understand people do get that far. But I did have doubts. And it was actually when I was in Hollywood that I started having doubts. And one of my assignments was to interview the cast of God's Not Dead 2. And in that movie, they actually had these people on there called apologists that I'd never heard of. And unfortunately, they don't teach a lot of apologetics. At least when I was growing up in the church, we were having pizza parties and cool stuff like that and how to feel great. But no one was teaching us what the Bible said was true. So in this movie, I was like, wow, I can actually research. You mean I can use evidence outside of the Bible and logic and reason to prove that it's true? I thought it was just something we believed. And so after that, knowing that the Bible is true, that even cross over into my career, because I'm a journalist, I want to present the truth, and I should want to present the truth. And unfortunately, journalism is tainted a lot nowadays because, if you are going to be a major news corporation and you're not writing an opinion piece or a fluff piece, you should be presenting the truth. Like just completely fact, just fact. But if you're I'm not saying you need to lie when you are an entertainment journalist or anything, no, but you can give more of your opinion on there. Well, here's the facts, but I think it like this. Unfortunately, it's crossed over into media, into mainstream, like hard news, where it's a lot of facts and a lot of opinion instead of facts. And so my faith played an important part in how I looked at truth and needing the evidence of it. And then obviously it crossed over into my career in journalism. And I'm like, God, I didn't see what you were going to do. Because to be honest, when I got my undergrad degree in journalism, I was done with school. Like I was good in school. I cared about school, but I was done. So to go back and re-enroll and get another degree, it literally was God, because I was done.
Well, that's amazing. Brittany, there are a lot of people out there who are going to see you and go, wow, this is a really vocal person. I wish I was more like that. What is one piece of advice you could give to young women like yourself who are scared to speak up about what they believe?
Piece of advice, research the truth, because once you know the truth, you're going to want to do anything you can to share it, because there were certain topics that I was terrified to talk about, terrified. And I'd be scared, and there'd be times where I'd pray and I'm like, Lord, I can't speak about this. But and sometimes I would avoid certain topics because I was scared of what it was going to do inside me. And I just didn't want to touch it. But the minute that I faced the truth and I started knowing the truth, it became easy to speak it, and I wanted to share it. Because I think it was Kirk Cameron that said, if you had the cure for cancer, wouldn't you share it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely right. Brittany, how can people support you? And thank you so much for being on our show today.
Okay, thank you guys so much for having me. I love the fact that you all are so vocal yourself and hilarious.
Thank you.
Literally hilarious. I'm sorry, the dry sense of humor gets me all the time. Love it. All right, if you guys want to find me, you can go to my website, bravellydaily.com. And I am on, of course, all the social medias and Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. It's pretty much at Brittany Valadez. Some of it is different, but I'm pretty sure you guys will list any of that. But just go to my website, bravellydaily.com, and connect with me there. And we have a lot of new things coming. So I'm so excited that I've been able to have this chat with you guys here, for just even letting me hang out with you. I feel so cool.
Thank you so much.
Brittany,
it's so exciting to have you
Brittany,
on.
you are a superstar. You're on fire. Everyone who's watching this, make sure you go check out our site, check out our social media. We have to support these voices. We have to support the voices of people who are fighting the good fight so that we can continue to elevate what we are pushing for. Thank you so much, Brittany.
Thanks, Will. And Will, one more thing. I hope one day, I actually do a lot of mission work. So I don't know if you've never been on a mission trip, ever been on one, but you should go. You should go on a mission trip to Honduras. And then you can do a PragerU story, because they're always, with the border and everything. So there you go.
I have never been on a mission trip, and I've never been to Honduras, but, never say never. Taylor said that he's been to Honduras on a mission trip. He lived there. Yeah, Taylor's a great guy. Taylor's done a lot more than I've done.
You guys are awesome. Amala, it's a pleasure to meet with you guys. I'll let you go.
Oh, Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brittany.
All right, bye.
What a fantastic girl. And like I said, Brittany is a member of Prager Force. So if you're a young person watching right now in high school, college, or a young professional below the age of 35, and you're looking to join a digital community of like-minded people, go to PragerForce.com and sign yourself up. You can network with people, make friends, start working on PragerU content through Prager Force. There's just endless possibilities if you join at PragerForce.com.